What's up? Hey, two people already chilling. What's up, guys? You good? I'm just gonna go close my window. Be right back. How we doing? How are we doing? Hold on. There we go. Fucking hell, this thing is really... All right. Hello. Arturo. Thank you. Let's see. It would be really cool if you wrote the chords you mentioned on screen or dive more into the topic you talked about. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Sure. I could do that. I mean, I've been more like like I kind of like the idea of like zooming in and making it slow. I know I haven't really gotten into that so much. I just like assume people can transcribe, but maybe that's true. Like David, thank you so much. That makes me really happy to hear. Oof. I'm so not. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? There are 5 people here now. I'm gonna link the Discord because today is the day when the Discord goes live. And you know what? I want you guys to be the first ones to join it. How does that sound? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go into Discord and I'm gonna get you guys the link. There you guys go. And just join it. It's gonna be like no one there now. But like please start chatting and like make it look like people have like been there forever. And then you guys will be the first ones, the OGs, if you want. I'm so not like I have to warm up. Do you have any advice on to get a jazz tone? Is it really all the guitar pickups? No, you can get a jazz tone on any guitar. I promise. It's more like I'd say a lot of like the pick. I know people use very thin picks, but I really like to use a 2 millimeter. It's real like this is kind of like hard. So the tone I like the tone when it's like really out there. But I know people like thin picks. So, but I'd say just like any guitar, just roll down the tone. So that's this thing. Like roll, you can like experiment with that. But that depends what sound you want. I mean, there are guitar players who play these kind of like L5, kind of like more like fat tone, and then there are like guys who like more the thin, like kind of more like jazz master, like Stratic. I know jazz players who play with Stratocasters, and it sounds great. Yeah, if you want that fat tone, I'd say get like. I mean, I think these are also the strings. These are 13s, so that really makes the tone kind of like fat. Yeah, I know. It's you get used to the 13s. I know. I played like I started with like 10s, 11s, 12s, and then my friend was like, "You should get 13s because Peter Bernstein used 13s," and I was like, And then I actually it in a weird way because when you have like fatter strings, you can like have the action on the guitar really low. So in a weird way, it becomes like easy to play. But yeah, when I play Pat Martino or Pat Metheny, I roll it down. I think it depends on what tone you want to get to. Yeah, that's so true. So I feel like if I roll it down, I feel like this is more like Pat Martino. Like I feel like he does that like really like his tone is so like round or what do you want to call it. But then I feel like if I turn it really much up, it gets like more to the like more old school guy. But even like Peter Bernstein, I feel like he has more like yeah, I don't know. I can't play right now. Sorry. But I feel like right now I think yeah, I have an EQ pedal that's on. That's why like even though I've rolled the tone up, it feels like it's still so like still more mids than treble. But yeah, I really like that sound. What do you got? Do you like when it's like more? Do you like when it's more like round sounding, like more Pat Martino, or do you like it when it's more like, let's say, like who has a like Barney Kessel? Can you say Barney Kessel or like I guess like Wes Montgomery has played a little more. Yeah, let's see. I switched to tens and lowered the action this year, and I loved it. Might change to yeah. That's the funny thing when you switch to like having fatter strings, you can like get the action really low. That's I really like that at least. And yeah, the round sound is really I also I kind of like a mix. Sometimes the round sound doesn't really get through. Like if I'm playing chords, I really like to like if I'm comping, I feel like I want the thing to like really come through, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to fix my sound a little. Okay, now it's more like let's see. I think I like this kind of thing more when it's like it's not really round, but it's more like a mix between being like round and when we say round, we mean like Pat Martino. So like this is like the roundest I can get. You know what I'm saying? But like somewhere in the middle, that's where I think like you can still push through, but you still don't like it's not that like a ringing, what's it called, piercing kind of thing. So that's like I don't like that, but I like it more like maybe like more. Let's see. When I started playing jazz, I used to always play with it down, but as I'm now studying Kessel, Montgomery, and other old school, I love the full sound of my guitar. That's nice. I feel like yeah, it's also like you're gonna get like that's what you say now, but like in a few months you'll be like, no, now I want to roll it down, and then like after one more month you'll be like, no, I like the full sound of my guitar. So that's the funny thing. It's always like it's always gonna be like that too. Like it's always gonna be like um, that like journey of finding what you like, and when your personality changes, almost like well then you're kind of your perception of music changes, and now you want to play like that guy. So that's kind of a nice, like a blessing and a curse in a way. Whoa. Any tunes you like? Or anything you're working on? Like anything you're wondering, or like anything like a philosophical question or anything? Let's see. I'm kind of new to jazz, but I'm all into learning theory. Learn blue bossa and just stay there for a long way studying 251 major and minor. And blue bossa is like the perfect tune to like play because it has like basically it has the things you need to work on. You know what I'm saying? It has the minor tonality, and then it has that thing too, which is like so fun that it has like, and then it suddenly goes. So you have to learn like you have to learn your minor 251s, and you have to learn your major 251s, and that tune is like the perfect tune to do that. So that's nice, man. Keep playing. I love the album Moving West. I'm currently studying the way he approaches. Yeah, West. Also, shit. West is like, hmm, I don't even know. It's so emotional. Like I feel like his playing is so emotional in a way. Like it's so tied to something more. You can really tell he was like connected to like a higher power when he plays. I still like I can't understand how he got so good. Like how what where did that all come from? You know what I'm saying? It's so weird in a way. Like so random. Like he's so good, and like yeah, this tune. uh, yeah, this is a nice tune. It's called "The End of a Love Affair." I really recommend it. When we talked about Wes Montgomery, I just came up because he played that song, and I like that. Let's see. Uh, yeah, that's nice to hear, David. That this jazz changed your life. I hope in a good way. But yeah, it's wonderful. Do you know Josh Meter? Yeah, yeah, I know Josh Meter. I feel like he's also like, is he even from this planet? Like, what the actual F? Like, the way he plays, I can't really. You're working on Joe Paz is all like Joe Paz is like almost like he's like one of my biggest inspirations, but like I haven't listened to him that much, and it's weird because when I listen to him, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like I really like that. Like it's almost like I feel like I gravitate towards him, but then I haven't listened to him that much. Do you have any songs? Hello, Scott. You're welcome. Welcome to this live stream, man. Leslie. Scott Shirley from Mississippi. That's so cool that you're all the way in Mississippi, man. I hope to come visit you someday, man. Play some guitar. How do you see the guitar from a theory perspective? Do you focus on notes or intervals? Both? How do you see the guitar from a theory perspective? I mean, I feel like I see it like in its not really intervals. I feel like intervals is something that I mean, if I'm gonna play like a Pat Metheny thing, like I can't really do it, but I can't really do it. But you know that thing, yeah, I would think more interval. But like, if I'm gonna just play like a song, I'm gonna think chord tones mostly. Chord tones is like, imagine you have the chord tones and then you have like the scale. So you have both of those in back of your mind. So basically, when you see, imagine you play like How High the Moon. So that starts in the G major seven, and then it goes to like a G minor seven, C7. That's like the first thing. So it goes like That's like the first thing. So the first chord, then I would like see, I would see the G major scale. So I would have like that. I bet like most of us have the G major scale. Like when we see the G major scale, we can like, and that's like the thing about also like learning the guitar like this. What's it called? Horizontal. When you like imagine that's just G major. So the first chord, and that was just a G major 7 arpeggio. You know what I'm saying? So the first chord, if you know your G major 7 arpeggio, you can basically like, and that's really helpful because then you can mix that up with the scale, like the G major scale. So you can go do. You see how I just took the first part of the like the arpeggio and then like did like a chromatic thing? Like you can come up with all kind of, because that's like when the improvisation comes, when you just take like the concepts you know and kind of like mix them together. Let's see. With intervals, I mean I see the root, and they are in the same place always. So for the chord tunes, I just go there to them, but really faster than thinking on the note. Got that from easier to transpose, harder to. So I don't really understand I think I know what you're saying, but like intervals are great for like knowing where the chord tones are. So imagine you know that's the root. If you know like the third, where that is on the guitar, like on the all the places where the third is, that's really gonna benefit you because then you can like do this kind of thing. And that was only me using the third basically. So you can make like that's how you maybe should practice to just like to take it because the chord tone will always sound good. Like no matter what anybody says, if you know the chord tones, then you will always be like it will always sound good. You can't go wrong. Like it will never not sound good because it's the chord tone. You know what I'm saying? So like actually practicing like that's when that shit comes because yeah, it's just bebop is just chord tones, but then you do stuff in between the chord tones, and I actually talked about this in the last stream. Let's see. Hello, hello to you too. Okay, I'm not gonna pronounce your name, man. Thre- Theram Theramet. You have a cool name, man. Could you recommend could you recommend tunes for practicing solo over chord changes for me? Yeah, but that depends on where you are in your like development. I would actually that tune that I just played, "How High the Moon" slash ornithology. That's a really cool because that is just a bunch of 2-5-1s. If you know how to play over this tune, you can basically play over most tunes. So yeah, and that also you can like do a lot of voice leading on like "How High the Moon." So it starts on the G major 7, right? And you have like the third here. You can like really utilize that chord tone and like because it's only like a half step all the time. So just like it's a fun tune to practice because you can it's kind of easy to be melodic. So yeah, let's see. How can I be better at reading sheet music? I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy on sheet music, man. I'm still practicing sheet music by my like I'm better at it. I like 1 year ago, I'm not even kidding. Like 1 year ago I was terrible. But now I'm like okay, but I'm not at that level. I would say just because for us guitarists when it comes to sheet music it's always like the pitches, right? So we see the pitch but we can't like and then we have to like think for like 5 seconds where the pitch is. So I actually did like a video on my channel. It's like that video where I do like that thing when you like because that doing that kind of thing will you will internalize where the notes are in the guitar. And I feel like if you do that your sheet music will be so much better. You get my point? So like doing that, then you like internalize where the F is on like everywhere on the guitar. And then when you see that F, you'll be like, you'll be like, you know what I'm saying? So really try to like learn all the notes on the guitar. Don't even try read, but just like where are all the notes on the guitar? Can I play a B flat? Can I play a B flat like real fast? Like where's the B flat? You know what I'm saying? That's really important. And like we guitar players don't really have to do that a lot, but like you have to force yourself to like do kind of practice that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? No Face, my favorite guitarist for real. And No Face, how you doing, No Face? My goal is to find the golden notes for complex chords, progressions. Let me drink some water. The golden notes for complex chords. Yeah, I mean that's all you need. Isn't that what like Herbie Hancock talks about? Like the button notes. Find the button notes. Isn't that like the thing when he talked about like don't play the third, don't play the fifth, don't play the like expected things, but you play like this would be like expected of you, right? That I guess more like a weirder way would be like right like a or like I know Herbie Hancock also does like weird things with like Stella by Starlight. It starts like everybody plays it like E minor 7 flat 5, like right. But then Herbie Hancock does like what does he do? He does like a so that's like a D. That's like a D major triad with an E flat. So it's like piano players, man. Like they're so weird. They're just. I feel like piano players are just like living their own life. Like they're just all right. It works because I tell you it works. I mean, come on. That's not a. They just like go against music theory like it's like nobody's business. I got really better at it recently by forcing me to play on the higher strings and reading some easy tunes. Yeah, that's really good, Arturo. That's exactly what you should do too. Thing is, there are so many ways to play the same thing that can be confusing when reading. Like there's the better fingering. Yeah, and that's the thing about guitar. It's gonna be you have to like almost when you see like the key signature. Imagine if you see the key signature and it says F, then you kind of have to like decide. Okay, am I gonna play it here, or am I gonna play it like F here? And that depends. If you see like a really high pitch, like imagine you see like a and like it says you should play like an F sharp somewhere in the key of F, and it's really high, then you want to play like you want to like have this as your starting point, because then you can reach that part much easier than if you would be, if that makes sense. Thank you, No Face. I feel like I know you. Hi, could you explain your approach to using altered dominance in 251s? Yes. Altered dominance. So you mean like solo, right? Or do you mean chords? I guess you mean solo. Let's just think. So there are, I mean, I'd say one nice thing is to like that sound, you know what I'm saying? So it's like instead of thinking 2 5 as in like in a C major. So if you have like a D minor 7, G7, C major 7, you can utilize the like chromatic. Instead of doing, you can do, so that's what's called like the sub 5, like tritone substitution. So you play a D minor 7, D flat 7, and then you land on the C major 9. So I feel like that's a really cool thing to like utilize when you're soloing. So imagine, how do you play over like a D flat 7? I'd say you use the A flat and you play a Dorian from there, right? That sounds good, right? And that's, I was thinking A flat Dorian. So, and that's like that's kind of an easy way to play like altered, because then you will get like a sound in the 251 in C major. I hope I'm not talking too much, but like a 251 in C major, then you can do this kind of thing. Like imagine you're playing over the D minor 7, and then you go into like an A Dorian thing, and then you land on the C. So you go like that's an example. And then instead of thinking, yeah, all right, let's play the G altered, you're actually making music, because you're like, no, okay, that's like a real like minor phrase too. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, so imagine you play anything in D minor, you play whatever D minor lick you have. Like imagine, okay, I usually do this. That's like one of my favorite things. Now you know my hacks. Like that's like a G, that's an F major 7 like that's an F major 7 arpeggio. And I started, when I played the D minor 9, I started from the 9, and then I go like, if you do that, then you will be set for life. I'm not even kidding. Like, da, right? Then you can do that kind of thing. And then you do like an A. Imagine, what did I do there? I played the A flat Dorian. And it's really cool. It sounds like you're a piano player almost, like, da, 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 da. And that's also like I use my ears there to like land on the right chord tone. So like, da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? That's like, yeah, that's a really good thing to use your ears in the combination. Don't just like look at like where is that? Like let your ears lead the way, and that comes from just playing, listening, and just sitting with your guitar. That's also something I said like the last stream. Just like sitting with your guitar and just like seeing what you can come up with. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Did that answer your question, lie detector? Like, was that helpful? Man, your channel. David says, "Man, your channel is the one of the one I watched the most since your first video. I watched them all, and they have helped me a lot." I can't read. I'm sorry. Especially as a young musician, your mental health ones are really. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I'm really glad. I'm just so like I feel like it's gone so fast too, and I'm like, I just love you all. I want you all to have good mental health too. I mean, it's so much fun to play music when you have a good mental health. So it's like, I mean, let's not stop. I mean, people don't talk about it, and I want to talk about it, and I want you guys to join. Have you guys seen the link? The new guys, have you seen the link to the Discord? I linked it earlier. Maybe I can like. There you go. Go join the Discord now. Let's see. Unforgettable Jazz Fusion asked, "Hi, when you first started playing guitar, how did you work on right hand picking techniques? And can you show an example of a good right hand picking exercise?" Greens from Amsterdam. Oh wow. That brings me back to the years when I studied at folk high school. I think I use mostly alternate, and I've like experimented with different ones, but I it never really worked. But I feel like yeah, I feel like that's it. But then like when you're gonna start playing fast tempos, you're gonna see like I can't really play alternate that fast, but like I feel like I really can. I'm so bad at fast tempos. Yeah, it just sounds like because then you can't really like I can't play alternate that fast, so I have to like do like legato stuff, and I haven't really practiced that so much. So, but I feel like alternate is like to have that as your base is like really nice. And one exercise which I really like is doing this. So you're in G major, so you're gonna play like triads in the major scale. So you go alternate picking, all right? So you go start, and I'm doing like a, I didn't even do alternate. Okay. And I probably didn't do alternate all the way, but I mean, so you do like a boo da do da do do. No, that's nice. And then when you go up here, what's it going? Ah, when you're there, you can do like this thing, and that's really good for you, right? And as you said, as you guys witness right now, I gotta practice that too. I get caught up in. All right, let's see, let's see, let's see. Uh, Vigo Gibson asks, "Hey, how do you know what scales to play? Do you take advantage of the flats, or what do you mean with flats in this case?" And The thing is, I rarely use any other scales than just the major scale and Dorian. Sometimes some altered, but like, I mean, if you think about it, most tunes you don't need many scales except for the major. Okay, let me just think about this so I just don't say shit. But like major, Dorian, and like if you can play the melodic, that's really good, like the melodic minor. But like more think of it as a Dorian, but with like the major seven also. That's how I would think about it. And then like some form of dominant thing. And that's so personal. I feel like you can play like, you know how people play like harmonic minor in a different way, so it sounds like, so you get that like dominant sound. But I'd say major scale, Dorian, melodic, Dorian scale. So major scale, Dorian minor, melodic minor, and then some form of dominant. Those are the like four scales I'd say you basically need to play like melodic solos. And but as I said before, Vigo, it's not like I don't think about scales as much. Like, do you guys think a lot of scales when you play? I think more chord tones, I'd say. But then like in a it's a combination of like playing the scale and the chord tone. So like, but like I feel like I gravitate more towards like because those, yeah, I just like that kind of way of soloing. Let's see. Let's see. Liam asks, "Hey man, love the content. What's a good way to start training my ear to pick out intervals? Seen some content around singing the scales, but I definitely can't sing in pitch." That's actually the best thing. You said it yourself. Just train yourself to sing. I mean, even though you can't sing in pitch, it doesn't matter. You don't have to sing in pitch. It's not the point that you should sing in pitch, because you will do it like after like the first times it won't sound good, but like that's gonna train your ear to like be connected with your hands. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep like I know I can't sing, but I still do like that's a long that was a long example. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost as like it's not about you singing in pitch. It's just you doing it, like forcing yourself to. It's just about getting like your voice out there, because that will make you like that's also like it's the you will get a high return on investment. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, like you will get results pretty damn quick if you do that kind of practicing. Like I mean, you could also like learn the intervals and like sing, and do that kind of thing. But like you do, I feel like singing is like the number one thing, and I think you should keep doing it, Liam, and just don't worry about singing in pitch. Just keep singing. Just sing your lines. Be that guy that sings. You know what I'm saying? Be that guy who sings his lines, because it will give you so much in the future. I promise you that, man. Let's see. I follow a uni jazz teacher for composing that sees the minor melodic and harmonic minor as the jonic or first, oh, tonic maybe, or first scale of their own seven modes. It's insanely cool, but hard to memorize. Yeah, and I'm really bad at that. Like, I'm really bad at knowing all the modes for all the minor scales. I haven't done that. I know I really should, but like, that's a cool thing. Like the altered scale is the seventh mode of the minor melodic, exactly, which is why people tend to think like a G7. That's why people think a a flat altered, right? Or G sharp altered, right? That's why people tend to do that, because it's like, in a way, it's easier. Yeah, man. Send pics to that Discord. People join the Discord. I mean, the Discord is, it's for discussing. We're gonna discuss mental health. We're gonna discuss these kind of things. I'm gonna have like live calls there. We're gonna like imagine the chit chats we're gonna have. We're gonna talk theory, just improving jazz guitar and improving our mental health. And we're gonna we'll make friends. Like imagine how many friends you can make there. It's so like I'm really happy for that. I really hope everybody joins. Let's see here. I don't think about scales when playing a solo, but before I play it, I think about what I should and could play. Yeah. So you asked, I don't think about scales when playing a solo, but before I play, I think about what I should and could play. And that's what everybody does. I believe everybody thinks about what they're gonna play, but what makes a really good musician is that time they're thinking is very like that as how am I gonna say this? But like it's more like a beginner musician will have more time to think what they're gonna play. A good musician will still think about what they're gonna play, but that time is really like short. That time period is like a split second. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like being 2 seconds, when that time becomes 1 second, you know you've improved. And when that time is like zero point 0.5 seconds, you know you've improved. So that's like something that's a fun thing, I guess. Dan, I want to learn to sing that way. Bro, my singing voice is not good, but like, it's just, I mean, just play. I know you can play, right? I know you can play stuff. So play the stuff you know, but just sing them, you know? You know, that's also cool for like coming up with rhythms. So singing is underrated. Underrated. If you can sing it, you can usually play it. That is true, I'd say. And if you can play it, if you play like whatever you play, it has to be something that you can hear. And if you can hear it, you can sing it. So sing it. It will make that. It will make it come out more. You know. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm happy you. I happy you like that, man. All right, David. I'll see you on Discord. That's cool, Arturo. Better to be at home thinking about what to play for 2 minutes at home so you don't have to do that in the middle of a jam. I think what Arturo just write is like, I know maybe you wrote that in like a joke kind of way, but like it's so true. But like imagine you're doing that on the way home from school. Like imagine you're sitting on the bus and you're actually like thinking about Blue Bossa and you're like seeing yourself. That's like you see yourself playing and then you actually like see yourself playing over it. That's practicing. People don't realize that's actually that could be as good as sitting with your guitar and doing stuff, because that's like you visualize yourself playing. And that's exactly how you should do it too. You should treat it exactly like that. Like when you sit with your guitar at home, you're gonna practice. That's when you have the time to think, because you don't have time to think when you play live. You know what I'm saying? When you play live, it's just you don't have time. You have to know those stuff. So realizing, I'm not gonna realize you can play a B minor triad over a G major seven on a jam. I'm gonna realize that when I'm at home, like a B minor seven triad, you know, that sounds really good. I'm gonna realize that when I sit down and I'm with my guitar and I'm like, I have my water, I have my pedals, and I'm just sitting, you know. So don't get like caught up in, like, I don't think you should be like thinking so much about, oh, what should I practice? Like, try to just sit. You can come a long way with just sitting with your guitar and just like, okay, I'm gonna sing some lines and I'm gonna see if I can like a B minor seven arpeggio is really good, like works really well over a G major seven chord. And how can I work with that? And that's a perfect that's a perfect practice session if you ask me. So like that means you can like, okay, so I can like practice kind of playing. So that's a B minor seven triad, B minor seven arpeggio, and then I can like after I've played the first part of the arpeggio, I can go into playing like the G major seven arpeggio after, and then I can like, you know, that's like a sound people do, right? How about that? Just like realizing, oh shit, a B minor seven arpeggio works over a G major seven. Okay, now how can I use that? Better to be at home thinking about what to play for. Yeah. Let's see. Can you share who your guitar heroes are? Mine is Frank Gambale. Who influenced you? That's good question. Um, I started playing. I started playing when I went to like middle. No, what's it called? Yeah, middle school. And my music teacher was like my first hero. So that's funny that it wasn't like, oh, I heard West Montgomery, and I was like, that was. It wasn't like that. It was just that I really loved my music teacher. And then when I started playing, like when I picked up like you know how we all started playing. We started playing like not that, but like we started playing that Wonderwall, and like I played Wonderwall a lot. And then I wanted to pick up an electric guitar, so I picked up an electric guitar, and then I started listening to John Mayer. John Mayer is one of my biggest biggest inspirations, and I don't like it. Just happened to be John Mayer, and I know a lot of his tunes, and I've always loved John Mayer. So like John Mayer is like one of my biggest guitar heroes ever. And then like and then I have like when it comes to jazz, I have like Pat Martino. He's one of like Pat Martino is the first one I really looked into, and like his book Linear Expressions was really like that kind of made me want to play jazz. And then I have so Pat Martino, Joe Paz, Doug Rainey. Doug Rainey. I really recommend you listening to Doug Rainey. He's really nice. Like it's always been those beboppers. I really love the guy who really like played their lines, and it sounds like I haven't really. I have never really liked the feeling of like playing scales, and that's not to say scales are bad, but like, I always kind of disliked the guitarists who always played like, I don't even know, like like it's like I've never really liked that. I wanted to swing, and I felt like I wanted to play more like a saxophonist. Well, and then I would emulate the guitar players who've transcribed saxophone players, and they would always do stuff like, so it's like, it's almost like I don't see that as a scale. I just see that as like words. You know what I'm saying? So I just, it's more like, yeah, they said that, so this is what they said. So that's what I like about bebop. It's not like, the bebop scale. It's more like, yeah, that guy said, and then he did, you know. So it's a language, ain't it? What other arpeggios work over a G major seven? Over a G major seven, well, I feel like the B minor seven is the best one. I mean, you could just use like you could use an A minor arpeggio, but that's not gonna really sound so good, in my opinion, because you have it's too like it sounds so in. Like the B minor actually, you get like the best kind of notes. But I'd say if you want to like spice it up, play like a D major triad over the G major seven to get like a Lydian sound. But I'm not your guy on triads though. Okay, Mayer, great player. Yeah, there we go. Have you thought about composing and uploading stuff, or have you done it? Would love to hear that guitar tone in some tunes. Nice, man. Thank you. That's a really nice compliment. Thank you, Arturo. I'm really happy you feel that way. I have actually. I'm gonna be honest. I study at the Royal College of Music here in Sweden, in Stockholm, and most people here, like what I know, are people who write songs. Like, you can talk to anybody in my school. Everybody's been like, "Yeah, I wrote that song," and then actually, uh, you know, I was in a rut, so I didn't like playing, so I wrote a tune instead. I'm like, how the f do you do that? Like, I've never been that guy who writes songs, and I don't know why. I'd say the reason why I haven't written songs is because I've been busy learning songs, and I know that I would probably wake up in like 6 months or like a year or something, and I'll be like, it's time, and then I'll probably write like I probably like put all my time into writing because, but I just haven't done it. I've been more like learning stuff that I know, and I guess that's a blessing and a curse because sometimes people are like, "Yeah, what have you like? Have you written anything? Like, can you show me some music you've made?" I'm like, that standard is pretty good. So yeah, I'm kind of behind. I feel like I'm kind of behind. I mean, it makes me kind of insecure, like in a music school, being like that guy who like. But the majority of the people you spend your time with are doing one thing, and you're like that one guy who does something else, or you like something else, then it's always going to feel like you're not like a part of the gang. And that's like what I felt with like writing songs. but like I've always like in the back of my mind, I've always been like, well, I mean, we're gonna play music for all our lives. I know all the people who are here will probably play music all their lives, and they will. You guys will always be guitar players or whatever you play. You will always be it. Like even if you would be like, no, I'm not gonna play. I know you're gonna play for like in 5 years. You will pick up the guitar again, and you will always have that thing of being a musician. You will always have that in your like blood, and that's what makes me so like comfortable with the thought of like, yeah, maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years, maybe in 5 years I will start writing tunes. But since I haven't had that like urge, since I haven't had that like kind of inspiration of doing it, then I'd rather just sit and fucking play some, I don't know, other stuff that other people have written. But like someday, that was a long kind of like that was a long thought process. What do you guys think about music school? Do you guys go to music school? Or what do you guys do during the days? Learning tunes and jazz music is time well spent. Yeah, I mean it is, and I want everybody to know that. Alan, you're uh, you're a hero for putting that out there because people sometimes I feel like we just want to like do everything, but like just do the stuff you think is fun. Like play what you want. Like literally just play the stuff you think is fun, and that everything will solve like all the like all your problems will fade away if you just play the things you want to play. You know what I'm saying? I go to law school, but the rest of the day I spend it learning music and playing. Arturo, that's sick. Going to law school, that's like, isn't it like a lot of homework and a lot of stuff to do? And then you actually still play music? That's respect, man. Respect. Currently, Cam is super. Currently in high school, learning as much as I can. Man, that's cool. Keep playing, keep playing. Unforgettable Jazz Fusion says, I did music conservatory in Amsterdam, bass guitar, bachelor jazz, and film music composing. Wow, that's a real. You've done a lot, man. That's cool. How did you like your time in Amsterdam? My friend is going there now, actually. Work a dying IT job. Everybody study more guitars. You, everyone work it. Everyone study. Oh, I see what you're saying. Study more guitars so you don't have to sit at a desk. You know, I'm actually releasing a video tomorrow, I think, which talks about how you can make money playing your guitar from home. And it's gonna be real clickbaity, but I mean, it's what I did, and I did it for like, I did it for like 2 months, learning guitar from home. No, not learning guitar, but I taught guitar, and there's a way everybody can teach guitar. You don't have to be good at guitar, you just have to be able to play, and you will be able to like make money because you're gonna give out lessons to people. And yeah, but Scott, if you don't like you should really, do you work 9 to 5? Because then I'd really encourage you to like, if you can, if it's possible to work like what's it called, like part time, and then you'd like the other, try to like do some music stuff at the side so you can like work with music in a way. Arturo said, I really want to take the Berkeley music theory online courses by themselves. They're so cheaper than the actual tuition. I can imagine that, man. I don't even want to know how much Berkeley College of Music, how much that cost. Unforgettable jazz fusion is like now I'm broke. Yeah, it's so sick. And you're broke, and you're sitting there with like a bachelor's degree in like jazz, and like it's so funny. Like yeah, but it's wholesome in a way. Us paying a lot of money to like study, and then we're sitting there with like a degree. Like yeah. Joshua says, I go to university and write songs for fun. I'm actually a pianist and just picked up the guitar. My fingers hurt so bad. Yeah. Do you go to music university, or is it just like a random, like a different kind of thing? That's cool. You write songs for fun. I wish I wrote songs for fun too. Unforgettable Jazz Fusion says, really cool. At the time, I was usually overwhelmed by the level of all students. And in hindsight, I wish I enjoyed it more. The conservatory, I mean. Now I think of it as the best time of my life. That's cool. That's really cool. I can really relate to that. Like really like when you're in music school, I feel like I'm starting my third year now. For the like like in a month I start my third year, and I'm really feeling like I should enjoy it, you know? Sometimes you can be like caught up in like, oh, like almost like you don't really like you're not so like I feel like sometimes you just don't feel so present when you're in music school because you're like running to places. Oh, it's that jam. You're running to a lesson. You're talking to that guy, and then you're like not really just damn, I'm like you've never just taken a step back and be like, damn, I'm actually here like studying music with other musicians. Like this is kind of cool, you know? So yeah, Scott, I work full time. I usually get to study a few hours a week and learn songs from my Nola Funk. That's cool that you have a like a band. That's a real good thing too, I think. That's respect to you, Scott, that like you're working hard, man. Lucius. Hi Armin, thank you for your videos. You gave me some inspiration that really helped me progress. So thanks. Thank you, man. Grateful for you. Arturo, Berkeley year tuition is 200,000. Oh my god. I was lie detector said I was in Sweden in the mid 2000s. There was always classical music going off on the radio. Have you dab? Or were you gonna ask? Oh, that dabble with classical music? No, I think I learned one Bach thing. I'm not gonna. I don't know how to play it, but I haven't. Yeah, I should. I should. Thank you for the tip. Zeromia says, "Bro, you made me start again and not give up this. I'm doing vocals, playing basic drums, keys, but this is the only instrument I'm struggling with. You're playing all these instruments, man, already. Yeah, the guitar is difficult. I feel like I wouldn't be able to play like five different instruments, and like I feel like for me, I really have to. I've only like practiced the guitar. I haven't like played any piano or anything else. I just because I feel like this is so difficult in a way. It's so unvisual, you know. So I feel like playing guitar. You really have to like put your effort into like getting it visual in your brain. If you're not like a genius, because some people like what's he's called Justin Lee Schultz. He can like and do like all kinds of stuff just because he's like a genius. But like yeah, it's really unvisual. So you really want to get like it's all about spending time with your instrument. And I know you know this because you play a lot of instruments already. Do you know the guitar intro to Cry Me a River by Julie London? Love the influence it has. I'm not sure. Let me see. Ooh, is it? Is it? Is it? What's it called? Jim Hall. Is it Jim Hall? Let's see. This I don't know. I'm not sure about this. Anybody knows this? Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to look that up. It's cool. Oh, it's Barney Kessel. Oh, yeah. You know who played this? Bruce Foreman played this with Peter Bernstein. Remember that video? Have you guys seen that video when they play "There Will Never Be Another You"? And he's like, "Yeah, Barney Kessel played this intro," and then he played exactly that. That's why I felt like I could. I felt I what's it called? Yeah, that's cool. Sorry that. Yeah, Bruce Foreman got Bruce Foreman got Barney Kessel's guitar too. Yeah. Any tunes you want me to try? I always play that tune. Play the lick in all tones. No, no, I'm not gonna do that, man. What do you think? What do you think about me? The nearness of you. Oh my god, that's a tune I want to learn. I haven't learned it. I should. I've been bad at learning tunes lately. Have you heard Groovy Gravy? It's a very harmonically complex tune by Quincy Jones. No, I haven't. Groovy Gravy. I should really look in. I love tunes that are harmonically weird. That it's so fun to practice tunes that are like really weird. Have you guys played Stablemates? Do you know that? No. No. So that was Stablemates. Do you know Tenor Madness? Yeah, I do. Uh, no. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Alan Holdsworth music is very complex. Yeah, I haven't listened to Alan Holdsworth that much. What do you think of the tune "It Be FM" by Bill Connors? It be FM. Bill Connors. Woo! That's that's why your name is Unforgettable Jazz Fusion. I know. Wow. That's cool. That's almost like it reminds me of Pat Metheny when he plays with Michael Brecker. That album. By the way, so happy to see you here on YouTube. I went to KMH as an exchange student last year and was completely really Mats. Wait, why don't? Because I feel like your name is like that's cool though. Thank you. I'm really happy to hear that, man. Man, it's so obvious to love music. It feels good seeing you play. Thank you, Arturo. You're a real G, man. You sound like George Benson. Aww. All right, guys. What do we say? It's a Friday evening, and I'm. What time is it? Do are like it's here? It's like 9:20 p.m. So it's like evening, as you can see. It's dark. Any last questions? 3:20 here in. Boy, are you up 3:20? Is it 3:20 p.m.? No, it's yeah. That makes sense. Otherwise, I'll be really like, cool. You're up so like you're up at 3 a.m. to be on this stream. So I want to I'm gonna show you something that I recorded on my phone today. Uh, I'm gonna this is something I'm gonna this is the next thing I'm gonna transcribe, and it's from Peter Bernstein, and I want you guys to see it. So this is the stuff we can nerd about on the Discord later. I feel like. Let's see. Okay, this part. Oof. One more time. Oh my god, that gets me in the feels. So I don't know. Oh, maybe I got it. I know he did something. He did something weird in the end. Yeah, it's quarter chords, but it's so cool because he does it like over 2 5 1 in E flat major. No. Something like that, right? This is like I haven't transcribed this before. It almost sounds, but I've been listening to this like 50 times a day because I really love that. That last chord, though. Do you hear that? Like this chord? What the F is that? What the F? So, okay, I'm gonna. Is it. No, wait, it's. Oh, I think he's actually doing like a full on that kind of thing. So I think that's what he does, right? And that's something. Oh my. Oh, man. Do you like the feeling of like you just that wasn't so hard. Like when I listened to it, I was like, oh my god, that's so difficult. But like it's literally so this is over a 2 5 1 in E flat major, and this is literally what Peter Bernstein did. You know what? I'm gonna loop this. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna loop the chords, and I'm gonna see if I can play it. It's funny to play it over like a smooth jazz kind of thing. Like he played it with so much energy. So this is like actually something that's really good to practice, because now I have to actually. So that's basically the. But I didn't play right. So. All right, I think I got it. You see? So that's like, I will loop this until I get it. Oh shit, almost fell out. So that's basically, imagine now I just played it, and the reason why I could play it back is because I've listened to this like 500 times. I really like, and I've always been like, what is he does? Like, is that quarter word? I know, I don't know who it was. Like David, you were like quarter chords. That took me a while. I was like, is it quarter chords because it sounds so hip? And now like, now I basically know it. Now what would I do if I wanted to play this in another key? Well, imagine it was a 2-5-1 in G major. So now I have to think, okay, so it was a 2-5-1 in E flat major. So he started on. So we want to know where we start. That's an E flat, right? So that's what I would think. Okay, the note, the top note is the E flat. So that means if I'm in G, the top note will be G. So that's where the chord will start in G. So he would do. So I would do it in E flat, and then I would. And I like I when I. so so in G that would be. No wait, you see, this is the difficult. This is the most important part too, to actually like transpose it, because now I'm. No. Oh, what? Yeah. You see, this is like why I should practice this in all keys, because if I do it, then it will basically. Now I can only play it in E flat. Uh, okay, I think I got it in a way. In G. Ah. That would be in G. So yeah, that's how long it takes for me to transpose. It's difficult. Yeah, that here the piano is like. Hold on. Get a syntax and transpose everything to C. That would be. You guys are funny. But guys, it's not a. Listen, it's not about it being fast too. I know you guys know this, but it's not, because this was. It's fun to like actually like sit and like. Now I did it in G. Can I do it in? Can I do it in like? Just like I don't know. Can I do it in F? I could, because now it's starting to fucking get inside my brain. So the next thing he did, this is on Green Dolphin Street. So look at this again. Oof. Oh god. Oh god. So he did. Something like that, right? And that's funny because you know how the in on Green Dolphin Street, the standard, it starts on an E flat major and then it goes to an E flat minor, and over the E flat major, he did this, which is like a, I don't even know how you can describe that, but it's like, yeah, it's. You know, I'm gonna play this next time I play on Green Dolphin Street. I'm gonna play this, or next time I even fucking, if I see a 251 in E flat, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. You know how you do that when you like when you've transcribed something new and you're like, and you like sometimes even on a jam, I can even be like, thinking about a tune, like, or thinking about that thing I transcribed last week and be like, yeah, I'm gonna put that in. you know, it's so funny. Like that thing is like, it's almost like a comical effect when you're like a jam. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. What's the wonder wall for jazz? What's the wonder wall for jazz? Can anybody answer Michael Braden here? What's the wonder wall for jazz? I mean, autumn leaves. It's. I feel like autumn leaves is not really. I mean, in like people like autumn leaves. It's kind of like people think it's so bad, like nobody likes it, but like in reality, everybody loves autumn leaves. It's like even like Miles. If you've listened to Miles Davis play all autumn leaves, you can't really hate on that song. Yeah, when it comes out organically. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is autumn leaves, or is there any other tunes that are like equivalent to? Someday my prince will come. Someday my queen will come, man. Can anybody write a tune that's like someday my princess will arrive? I mean, the whole Wonderwall thing is unexperienced people playing it over and over. Since jazz is in general complex, maybe there is not one. Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking, Arturo. Because autumn leaves, you can still be like. I couldn't not play that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Dahoud, Clifford Brown. Ooh, I don't think I remember that. This is what I hate with jazz, man. You have to remember so many. I feel like it's so much more easy to remember the chords to a tune. So I can always like if someone said Dahoud and we got like a saxophone player who's gonna play the melody, I'd always be able to be like, yeah, nice. But then they'd be like, hey, bro, you got the melody? And I'm like, and I have to like kind of get that's like I hate that. That's like and I kind of have to work with that because it's like something that I have to get better at, like kind of getting I guess it's like reviewing songs is kind of like something we take for granted. We always want to learn new songs, but like I have like 150 songs I have to review. Like I at some like yeah, there are so many tunes and I think reviewing them is almost like could almost be better than learning new tunes. How is your sight reading? Usually it's kind of thing. Yeah, my sight reading isn't good. I'm not gonna lie, it's not good. Um, but but I've gotten to the point where I think it's fun to practice it. But I only practice it when I have to practice it, which is kind of bad. You should always practice it. But it's I mean, I guess I work in a way which is like if I have a project to practice for, then perfect. I'm gonna put 10 hours a day practicing sight reading, and yeah. But you know, sight reading is kind of like when you're not good at it at all, you can't even read the pitches, nothing. That's like the worst place to be in when it comes to sight reading, because then you're like there's like nothing that motivates there's like your brain almost hurts. But when you actually you can read a few like most stuff and you're like a little more comfortable, then it's not that bad. It's actually quite fun to sit and like try to like you know read. It's much more fun, so it's all about getting that momentum, I'd say. Do you do any Beatles tune jazzed up? No. But the first tune I learned was actually yeah. Shake it up, baby, now. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's cool. Now you know that. Who are your favorite guitar players to check out for transcribing? Best advice for ear training exercises. Peter Bernstein is one of the. I love transcribing Peter Bernstein, but some of like Peter Bernstein's like some of his licks are like impossible to like comprehend. I feel like so. Um, but like the things that we played before, like I know people who've been here now a while is gonna be like, no, he's showing that video again. But like, come on. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Yeah. whichever guitarist that makes you feel like that way I felt right there, that's the guy you should transcribe, because he makes me feel like, oh, like I have to just get that down. Yeah, something. It's yeah. I feel like, oh my god, I remember you now, Mats. Mats, I remember you now. I'm sorry that I didn't remember you before, man. I So the guy Mats, we actually studied together in he's an exchange student from Denmark, right? Makes me super happy to see you here, man. The Discord is up, man. Discord is up. Discord is up. All right. The Discord is up. Let me see. Has people. Oh shit! People have actually joined. Rose. There we go. People actually right. Oh no. Okay. So I see now on the Discord people is actually like written stuff, but nobody's written in the self improvement category. So who's gonna be the first guy who writes something in the self improvement thing? We need someone to start that thread of like, yeah, I'm really happy for that. Like, I feel like most of us have studied music, maybe like we've played in bands, but like what like the self improvement part is something that like at least I feel like we've never talked about. Like, and I'm really happy that like this community can be like a place for everybody to like actually like just talk about anything. Like for like talk about your fucking trauma. Like talk about the stuff that it really like the, you know I want it to be like that because it goes hand in hand with playing guitar. Like everything is goes hand in hand, your past traumas, your like, because the funny thing with this community is that people, you will actually like, if you actually open up and be like, yeah, my mental health is this and that, somebody will relate to you and be like, bro, that's like me too. And then you can actually like share thoughts, and you will actually become friends. You will actually have a friend that you will like. Imagine how like the deep conversations you can get into in this community. You will be able to like talk about stuff that you never talk about with your musician friends and like other people. But like here you can actually make friends that you like have deep conversations with. Like, isn't that like really valuable? I feel like that's like something I look forward to a lot, like making friends with people who are like, who actually want to like have deep conversations about life and like guitar, and like it's so much more than just playing licks, it's like, yeah. drop a pic. Yeah. Thanks for your channel, bro. I definitely resonated with your videos. We all want to be a burning cat, and everyone's starting point and journey is different. Just got to make a start. Yeah, you're really right, man. And that's the thing. Every journey is different. Every journey is different, so it's difficult for me to just sit here and say do this, do that. But then if you actually like, I like how you guys engage with each other, and like imagine we actually build something together in like the Discord, and we actually like engage with each other, and like imagine what we can create. Like I feel like I feel like people don't talk about this kind of stuff. Like, and I feel like imagine like getting like making jazz guitar and like making just like tying those two bridges together, talking about like mental health, like self improvement, like different starting points, and like yeah, I'm transcribing that. You know, and yeah, it's just kind of like a dream almost. Let's see. Uh, Brian's the question for you: RA sounds as question for you when you're playing. Are you visualizing the fretboard as patterns and shapes, or do you see the notes laid out like a piano? Shapes, man. Patterns and shapes. The first thing you said, definitely. So I really think, I really think being able to see like, you know, I feel like people should learn a major seven arpeggio. Like imagine you have a G major seven arpeggio and just do like, everybody can do that, right? So do that, and then you do that one more time from here, and then you do one more time from here. You see? So you're left with, they basically have a major seven arpeggio that goes up. Now imagine you do that over a 2-5-1 in D. You see, like I feel like find a way to open the guitar up and like doing that kind of stuff. It's all patterns. I feel like every guitarist thinks in patterns, you know? Like everything revolves around that concept, I feel like. That like, because anything I would play, I would always think about that. So imagine like I would always like go back to it like, you see like how I'm always doing that kind of thing. I feel like that's a good thing on guitar because the shape will always feel the same for your hand. Like your hand will always do the same thing. So like, but then yeah, so that's like a good thing about guitar. Like you don't have to, you know how piano players have to like learn different fingerings and everything is like so fucked up when you like move them around, but we can literally just, and that will be the same thing here. It's like, so really utilize that stuff is movable. So find a thing that's movable and that's going up, like, how did you apply the Pat Martino linear expression concept to standards? I started revisiting it. Does the magic only happen when you learn the line studies? Uh, no, I feel like the line studies part didn't really. I'm not even sure if I really did so much. Like I learned, these kind of things. Whatever it is. Whatever, yeah. So that part, I did a lot of that. So this is like every person that's gonna read linear expressions will like learn that kind of like bebop. So Pat Martino teaches that in linear expressions. And what I did, because that's a G, like Dorian, like Dorian major 7 kind of thing. And so how I applied it to standards was literally to just make it work. Let's say we have On Green Dolphin Street, and I'm gonna play. Okay, I'm gonna play that lick, but I'm gonna play it over every chord. So On Green Dolphin Street starts on an E flat major 7, right? Now we have to make this E flat major so we can play it as if it was a minor chord. You know what I'm saying? So that if you have a major chord, go down a minor third. It's a C minor, right? So C minor, you can play a C minor formation over this E flat major. So that means we can do. So that's the first chord. Did that make sense? So that's how I applied linear expressions to tunes. Literally. Because then what happens is you're like, oh, we're in E flat major. You will start knowing that you can like use C minor formations. So E flat major means, and here's a C minor. You see how I'm playing like a C minor? I'm thinking C minor. Like, that's so C minor, right? Like, right? And that's exactly the thing. It's the relative minor to E flat major. So what that does is when you start seeing the guitar as like families, like that's the same, they're in the same family. You know what I'm saying? So the E flat, it's in the family of like, and also like, you see, you can play an E flat major like this, but it's also, if you change the root, you got a G minor. So that you can also use, you know? Like, so it's all just finding those like common family members and play with them. That's what Barry Harris talks about. Like, play with your family members. You play with your brother, play with your sister. You might not play with your parents, but like you can talk with your parents. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real cool way of thinking about it. Like, so you don't like, you know how people are like, oh, it's an E flat major. They only like in their head they're like E flat, E flat. In my head, I'm like C minor, man. This this makes sense when you did the video of giant steps. Yeah, and giant steps is, yeah, giant steps is, that one is one of a kind, man. I don't really know how to solo or giant steps. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I did some like, I think in that video I talked about doing like a B major thing that goes into G, like I don't know. Yeah, I heard that. I've heard that Math can't talk. The Pat Metheny version, isn't that like a bossa thing? Nah, I lost it. Oh damn! I'm getting sweaty over here. Thank you, man. So I had a private lesson with a guy from the channel, and we talked about Sunny. You know this part. So just the beginning, you know, and I told him something that clicked for him, which was really cool, and that was like using, like on the first chords, you use one lick, which you're moving at the same rate as the chords. So the chords are like, right? So you do the lick you're doing is gonna go the exact same way. So you're doing like a, you know, you know how you can do that? So you can just move your fingers exactly like the same way you're moving the chords. So if the chord is going, you can do like that kind of thing. That's kind of cool. So you're like moving your solo in the same way as the chord, you know? So that's kind of cool. What's your thought on learning old school like West Joe Pass versus new school, Rosenwinkel, Kreisberg, Moreno? That's so interesting. That's a very good question. So Jazz with Jay asked, "What's your thoughts on learning old school guitar like Wes Montgomery, Joe Pass versus Kurt Rosenwinkel, Kreisberg, Moreno? What do you get out of their solos?" I feel like when you transcribe like Mike Moreno and those guys, it's so much bebop. It's so much like they've done the work, you know. Kurt Rosenwinkel too. They're just playing bebop lines. That's the thing you will. That's the thing you realize. Now, what's the difference? Their sound. Just think about it. Like Kurt Rosenwinkel has this like pog thing, you know, and Mike Marino has like his like reverb thing. And if they would like if they would just play with like this kind of guitar with the sound I have, they would sound pretty damn like just bebop. That's the funny thing, and it says a lot. But I mean, of course, they're gonna have their own way of playing. Like I know Mike Marino really likes to use like those kind of voicings, but the things he does is kind of like the same thing as Pat Martino does. You know, it's just it's just that I feel like they do more like weird chords that I mean I kind of got into that, but I'm not so much when it comes to chords, man. I'm really traditional. I want it to be like I really like the normal like jazz chords because I feel like those are like movable in a way that I don't know. Kurt sings everything also. Yeah, he does. It's also like Kurt Rosenwinkel. I feel like singing the lines is like a part of his sound, and that's yeah. But like that's the thing about like Peter Bernstein. Arturo, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you on the Discord. I'm looking forward to seeing you, man. Okay, we've had like a 2 hour session now, so but I'm just gonna talk about like something that I feel like Peter Bernstein really plays and does, and it's like so. Peter Bernstein says to never play the one unless you're like at the end of the tune. So what does that mean? So if you're playing There Will Never Be Another You, he would like this he would always like especially when it comps, he would never play the root. He would always play like the fifth down, so it's like a pedal almost. And then when he goes like when it's the end of the tune, instead of going to the one like that, he would do and then the next chorus starts. You know what I'm saying? So he never really goes to the one. Like no, because the one he always says like the one is like something you arrive at the you arrive there at the end when it's like no, that's the wrong key. I don't know. It's just like it's a nice thought. I don't know if that made sense. I feel like 2 hours in now I can't really talk. All right, should we call it for today? I'm so happy for the Discord, guys. Like, aren't we gonna have so much fun on that Discord? Wow, guys, thank you. Like, literally, I'm literally like inside of the Discord and I'm seeing people like sharing stuff, and I feel like, oh, I feel like it's gonna be so much fun to like connect with you guys. It's gonna be so fun to like become friends and like I feel like, aren't you excited of like making friends in this community? Like, imagine people like who want to improve on guitar, they want to improve their mental health, they want to like all this kind of stuff. Imagine like it's a nice, it's gonna be nice. Is that a word? See you later, Matt. Oh shit! The fuck happened? Wait, guys. Wait, you still? Wait, am I still here? Okay, because I think I. Okay, this is weird. This is weird. Hold on. All right. I see myself and I think it's like delayed now. This is so weird. I kind of like exited the shot and then I came back. I don't know. So weird. So I see myself and it's like a delay. That's so weird. I want to see that. All right. How about we say that? It's been 2 hours. It's been so fun hanging with you guys. I hope I'll see you in the next. So I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow, I think, and I think like on the Discord, I'm gonna have like a thing where like all all new videos will be posted on the Discord, and I don't know if it's gonna be me, but maybe like you guys can help with doing that. You know what I'm saying? So like some if you guys see me posting something new, maybe like someone want to like post it on the Discord and like we can talk about what that's also a thing we can like talk about in the Discord, like the things that I talk about in the video. So we can like have a discussion about like, yeah, you shouldn't play E minor Dorian on the C major seven, like and like all that kind of stuff. So yeah, without and if no, okay, so now you have your chance to ask your last question and then I'm gonna end the stream. Yeah, all right, guys, I'll see you in the Discord, and thank you for this hang. Have a nice evening, morning, whatever you guys have, afternoon maybe, and I'll see you on Discord. All right. Bye bye. See you guys.